Tomorrow all things were gone I worked for all my life. I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my God above for living here today. The flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Good morning. Okay, so I decided to jump on today because I have a few things to say. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday morning. For those who are able to take your kids today to school with no masks, I know that's an awesome feeling. I read a couple things. Let me turn on the comments so I can see everybody what they're saying. Hey, good morning. Hello, no problem. Thanks for jumping on. Okay, so like I said, Monday morning, wow, a lot has happened over the last couple days, guys. It really has. Thomas DeVore went to bat for a bunch of parents, and they won the mask ruling. I do know that they're going to try to appeal it. I know they're trying to create a stay. I don't know if they've done that already as far as the stay goes. But guys, listen. Please listen. Okay, that TRO order, sorry, it's super early. I'm not normally on like this. That's probably where everybody's like, wait, she's on live. The TRO order is for everyone. Okay? They're trying, the way the judge worded it, especially in the bottom of page 28, there's a paragraph in there that explicitly says that this is illegal. So they are breaking the law at this point, which they've been doing that. We understand that. But now you have recourse. Okay, you have a recourse. You can sue them. You can threaten to sue them. The school boards are not going to want to be threatened. Okay, they're not going to want to be threatened to be sued because it's a very active lawsuit. They are violating your civil rights at this point. They're violating your child's civil rights at this point. So unmask those kids, band together. The best thing I can do is tell you to get every parent from your school that feels the same way, make a group and go to school this morning with your kids, if they're not already on their way, with no masks, because this is dumb. This is, oh my gosh. And on the opposite of the mask things, the whole Canada thing, I woke up to a newspaper article and I got backlash from saying it, but I don't care because I'm going to speak the truth, right? So I woke up, and I'm sorry I'm going from topic to topic, but I want to cover a few things. So as far as the school stuff goes, show up with your kids mask free, stand together, put your heels in the ground, and be those mama bears and those papa bears that will fight for your kids. And you've been fighting. This has been a long, treacherous, demeaning fight because it's taking away from your children's happiness. It's taking away from their normal day lives. You know, I'm pissed because my daughter, my grandson goes to daycare, and she's like, oh, they're making a game with the masks. No, he's breathing in his own CO2. Stop. But, you know, it's her kid, you know, whatever. But anyway, with the Canada stuff, guys, I've seen so much support with those guys. They are stopping their lives to do this. And I wake up this morning to, I don't remember what news station it was or article it was. It started with W. I commented on it. Let's see if I can find. I know I did. Well, anyway, they had said they went as far to say that the truckers were harassing sorry guys, I just woke up. the truckers were harassing the people of Canada. No, they're not. They're getting a circle, holding hands, singing and dancing and hugging people, and they're coming together. This is what freedom looks like, guys. This is what happens when freedom happens. We band together. The one things the Democrats have done right is they stick together no matter what. Okay. The Republicans need to do the same. And the Canadians are showing us the way. That there's U.S. people. They're saying that there's a state of emergency in Canada now. Get this, guys, because the U.S. is involving themselves on Canada ground, and they're making things worse. And because Trump donated to the truckers, now it's a problem. Like, seriously, first of all, you hold millions of dollars away from these truckers when they've rightfully earned that. And that's being reversed, I've heard. And then they found a different source to get money in. So that's great. But this is dumb. Like, this, and I know you guys all agree with me. I know that we've been saying this is stupid forever. Everybody feels like they're living in a twilight zone. But, you know, I do want to say this, and I thought about this, and it was on my heart, and I want to say this. I will tell you, though, on a side note, that what I'm seeing out of the 2022 candidates, what I'm understanding and what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing is the 2022 candidates that are running and the Republicans, some of the Republicans in office are more vocal than anybody else in office. Whether it's Jack Lombardi or Darren Bailey or myself, or like, we are more vocal on social media and talking to people than any other legislator has been. There's a few that are in office that are real, like Adam Niemerg, Tony McCombie, Neil Anderson. Those are the good guys. You know, there's some good guys in there. But I noticed that the 2022 candidates are more vocal, more out there, in your face kind of person than any legislator has ever been. And the people, I think, are starting to understand with the 2022 candidates that your voice is mattering. Your voice matters, and we hear it loud and clear, and we're fighting for you guys. And, you know, we can't keep fighting. We can't fight enough. And it's like between Pritzker and Fox and Lightfoot and Biden, it's a mess. And we knew this was going to happen if Biden got into office. We knew that as long as Pritzker stays, like he throws a temper tantrum every single time he does not get his way. Every single time something happens. And God forbid the schools say, okay, well, we're going to go by this ruling. Well, now he wants to shut us back down again for 30 days, which he did. He put an emergency order for 30 days. He's lost his mind. He doesn't want to be called a dictator and Hitler because he's Jewish. Well, okay, well then stop dictating this state. That's all you have to do. Just stop. Everybody will hate you maybe a little bit less if you just stop, Pritzker. Stop. You're not gaining any votes other than the Democratic way. And even half of them are like, what are you doing? And I will tell you this, you know, when I went to an event, I was invited out, and it was a great town. It was a beautiful town. They have a lot of cool stuff there. And I went there and I spoke to the mayor, and I spoke to other people, but I spoke to the mayor, and I said, I heard him say something, and I think this resonates with me. I think this makes me understand a little bit better. And this is why some of the Democrats are turning away, is because the Democratic Party, if you, okay, bear with me, guys. I'm not switching sides. Don't worry, but bear with me. When you think about the Democrats, okay, the ones that have said this isn't right? Okay. So when you think about that, the Democratic way is not how it used to be. And this came from the mayor of this town. He said, granted, we didn't always get along, but we were able to come to some kind of agreement back in the day. So for you Democrats out there, that's what I think the problem is I don't care which side of the fence you're on, but you have to understand that what you saw, what you fell in love with the Democratic way, if that's your belief, if that's what you're thinking, it's not what it used to be. It's more dictatorship than anything now. It's, oh, we have the power, we have the control, let's run with it. That's not okay. And that's my argument to the Democrats. You want to be Democrat, fine. Be who you want to be. Nobody's faulting for you for that. But do you really believe in your heart of all hearts that your democratic way is what it used to be back in the day? Or has it changed? Has it? And we all know it has. There's no denying that. They've become dictators. They become rulers. They're talking about putting people that aren't vaccinated in concentration camps. Go ahead and try that in my house. Try to take me anywhere. It's not going to end well. These Americans, I tell you what, especially in Illinois, these gun-loving, gun-right Americans, go ahead and try it if you want. It will not end well. So you need to look at the base of what your party stood for. I am a firm believer that we are all God's children. I have said that from the beginning. I'll say it now and I'll say it at the end. We are all God's children. But this democratic process of how they're handling things, whether it be in the country or our state, you can't think this is okay. My parents, both of my parents, I love my parents to death. They are both Democrats, but they are some of the nicest people you've ever met. They will give you the shirt off their back. They love people. They are Christians. But I don't think the relationship is the same. And Sheila, I agree with you. I don't think it's what you thought it was. And that's what I'm hearing from some Democrats is, wait, this isn't what I stand for. This isn't what and they're confused because that's their party. That's what they're supposed to stand for. So how about this, guys? How about we do what Ottawa did? I saw a video. They were all holding hands, singing We Are the World. It was amazing. It was really Americans that have more freedoms, more rights than anybody else. And we can't come together and do the same. We can't love one another. Why did we get to a place where we have to hate our neighbor? Why did we get to a place where one neighbor has a Trump sign, one neighbor has a Biden sign, and they've been talking for 30 years. They've been friends for over 30 years. But now, oh, you like Trump, you like Biden. Now we're not friends. You're going to throw a 30-year friendship in the drain for a sign? What have we become? Guys, I got news for you. We fell into their hands. We did exactly what they wanted us to do. You know what that is? We're at each other's throat. We're fighting. We're arguing. We're going back and forth with banter about Republican, Democrat, whatever. Stop. Just stop. That's all you have to do. One word, just stop. Go be the neighbor that helps an elderly neighbor or a mom that's a single mom with kids that needs help. Go be that person. It's not a hard thing to do. That's one of the reasons I created Citizen Watch Where Your Voice Matters, which is because I want everybody's voice to matter. I want people to feel like they can talk. Like, how did we get to a world where we can't even have a conversation anymore? Why did we let them do this to us? And you can't say we didn't because we're standing here letting it happen. And you can't say you're not letting it happen because, you know what? We're human beings. And I am a God-fearing conservative Republican. But I tell you what, some of the Republicans, get off your butt and do something. I've said it and I'll say it again, guys. There's some people out there that they are doing things. I talked to a woman yesterday. Well, I am a poll watcher. Well, good. Where are the other 1,000 people that want to be poll watchers or election judges or, and where's the kindness? God did not put us on this earth to be mean to each other, to be hateful, to be spiteful. I mean, I get it's politics, but come on. Get a clue. Understand that if we keep going like this, we are going to destroy ourselves. You can't say, well, the Democratic Party is destroying us, because you're letting it happen. You're not out there enough. Are you out there signing every single Republican petition you can? Because I got news for you. I messaged someone and said, hey, you want to sign my petition? Well, I already signed someone else's. Okay, well, you can sign up to 3. She didn't know that. And I know I'm going back and forth a little bit, but you know what, Andy, you're right. We aren't a virus and our mouth isn't a private part. Get over yourselves. Go love thy neighbor. Go help somebody. You shouldn't ask whether they're a Republican or a Democrat or a libertarian or an independent. It doesn't matter. They're a human being with a heartbeat. And I'm not saying take their sides it seems like everything I say gets construed and thrown around backwards. But you know what? Hear me for what it's worth. Understand that if we're just nice to each other and we just help each other, things will be so much better. Now, as far as the school boards go, yeah, they need to be fired if they're going to argue with this. I mean, it's over. But you know what? If parents don't stand together and dig in their heels and say, no, I'm not going, my son or my daughter's going in there mask free. And if you don't like it, I'm going to sue the crap out of you, and do it. You don't have money for an attorney? Message me. I've got a list of attorneys that want to fight this for nothing. Listen to what we are saying, people. I love you guys to death, and I'm fighting as hard as I can to get into office, to get on that ballot. Because I know I have what it takes to give that seat back to the people. There are other people just like me fighting. Jack Lombardi screams from the rooftop every chance he gets. James Martyr's out there talking to people every chance he gets. Darren Bailey's live every single morning, telling you what's going on, keeping you informed. We're fighting for you, but you got to fight too. You got to understand that the more that we're mean to each other and hate each other and fight each other, that's what they want. They want to tear us apart. What better way to destroy a party, if that's how you want to look at it, than to have them go at each other's throat? That's the part I'm talking about. That's what I'm trying to get through to you. Yes, we have to unfortunately fight for freedoms that we have anyway. Like, I've been, and I'm going to tell you this, I've been invited to a few school board meetings. The reason I don't go is because I have too much of a mouth. I really do. I would probably be in jail. You guys would have to do a GoFundMe to get me out of jail. Let's see. How can I fight this mass mandate for a little school in Bismarck, Illinois? I want to be the parent's option. Sheila, go get every parent that goes to that school. Everybody start doing a petition, start doing whatever you got to do to get their attention. Form groups. I was thinking about this yesterday. If every parent in every school that disagreed with this formed groups and went to the school as a mass group, go ahead, call the cops. Because you know what you're doing is illegal. The cops have a job to do. And the most they're going to tell you is, well, you got to handle it in court because it's a civil matter. Fine, sue them. Tell the school board, I will sue you. Come together collectively as parents. If one person doesn't have the money, get 10, 20, 30 people together. Pull your resources, just like they did for this lawsuit. Guys, they kick the door open for you. You got to walk through it. You don't walk through it, you're never going to get into the other side of it. Now, we're here for you guys. We are. And we're going to stay vocal, and we're going to stay on top of this. I know you're tired. I know you don't want to fight anymore, but you do because you're parents, and that's what we do as parents. I have 4 children and 2 grandchildren of my own. I know what it feels like. Thank God I don't have anybody in school. But guess what? My grandson's almost 2 years old, and I dare someone to tell him anything like that. Because he won't have to worry about his mama. His grandma's going to fight. That's why I'm running. Because I know in 2022 it's going to turn around. Guys, you have to understand. The people that are doing this are scared. Biden said it himself. He doesn't want. Did you guys see that article? Did anybody on here comment if you saw it? There was an article that went up. Biden said, word for word, he's scared of the Mexican vote because it's going to foil his plan. Did anybody on here see that? I know there's only 12 of you on here, but guys, at least on this page, I've got it on 4 different pages, so there's probably more. Did anybody see that? Because I did. I'm like, you let them in. You open the borders and let them in, and now you're scared of them? Well, guess what, guys? My last name isn't Salinas for nothing. I'm going to go get their votes. I'm going to do exactly what Trump did and go get the people that don't normally vote to vote. This is ridiculous. You want to fight the mask mandate if you still have it in your school? Get some parents together. Go find every parent you know that agrees with you. Form a group and go together with your kids without their masks on. They're going to have a huge attendance problem if you do that. And guess what? They have to report that to the state. And if they have hundreds and hundreds of kids that are standing there waiting to be educated because they can't refuse the right to educate your kids, they can't do that. They can't say you cannot attend school because of a mask mandate that just went to court and the judge said, no, it's illegal. Hold on, I'm reading. No, did not. He's an idiot. Oh, about the Biden. Yeah, I am. That's what I'm doing. People think I'm sitting still. It's so hilarious because my opponents think, oh, she's nothing. I had a county tell me I wasn't a viable candidate. Okay. I'm probably the most vocal one there is, number one. I'm the only one that stands for parental alienation. The only one. And I'm the one that stands for the American working class. The only one. Guys, please believe me when I say, and please listen to me very clearly when I say this. The 2022 candidates have your backs. But you got to be the one to get up and go do it. You really do. If enough is really enough, don't be a keyboard warrior. Get out there. I've got 3 events this week alone. And this week's almost, well, it's Monday, so it's not almost over. It just started. But I've got 3 events this week alone. One of them is my event, which I hope to God y'all come because it's going to be an amazing day. We're going to have some fun. We're going to kick back. We're going to eat some food, and we're going to watch a football game. Oh, and we're going to talk politics. And you're going to sign my petition. Because if you want change, sorry, I'm reading a comment. Sheila, honestly, to answer your question, her question is, so I don't understand, if a judge says it's illegal to wear a mask, then why are the schools still doing it? Because they can, because you're not fighting it. Not you personally. I'm not saying you're not, but that's why. Because they can. Because enough parents aren't standing up and saying, hey, we're going to sue you, and getting on their phone with a lawyer and suing the superintendent, suing the school board. Do it. They don't want that. I promise you. They do not want that. They do not know. They do not want a bunch of civil rights, because you're suing them for violating your civil rights. That's what you're suing them for, Sheila. You can't. They do not want that. They do not want that publicity. Go get a news crew. When you take your son and daughter to school, I'm not kidding. Take a news crew. Make a big enough scene for the news to be called. Don't be belligerent. Don't be rude. Don't be disrespectful. You spit facts. Print that order out. Take it to the school. It doesn't matter if you're not named in this lawsuit. See this bottom paragraph right here on page 28? This says you doing this is illegal. So you're breaking the law. They're doing it, Sheila, for a loophole, because they don't think anybody's going to argue with them. Oh, well, I got news for you. Pekin High, there's a bunch of angry parents going there this morning. They're going to have fun. And I'm about 5 minutes away from that school. We have to stand up. We have to stand together. And we have to find a way to come together. Them tearing us apart and us at each other's throat. I have never in my life seen so many Republicans at each other's throat in my life. When I posted the article about, I think it's KVOW, I think that's who it was. Someone said, well, what did they do? They're just reporting that there's a state of emergency. Did you read the article? No, you did not. Because if you did, they would say that because Trump donated to the truckers, now they're threatening Canada. Now Canadians are scared. Have you seen the videos? They're jumping around singing, hugging each other. They're not scared. And how our media became the worst nightmare ever. Yes, they do. They get a kickback bonus for wearing masks. Yes, Sheila. Absolutely, they do. Yep. The Canadians are awesome. I love those guys. I was talking to one of the organizers at the Canada, or the one that's going through the U.S., and I was like, yo, our campaign will be more than happy to help. I can get a slew of volunteers together in a heartbeat, and we will help from Illinois. One of the things a Canadian said, though, and it kind of bothered me about the U.S., but he's not wrong. That's the thing. Yep, that's why they're still wearing them. That's why they're still enforcing it. Pritzker's giving schools kickbacks, guys. Wake up. A Canadian said he's never in his life, when they decided to take the trucks to Ottawa, what did they do? They got in their trucks, they loaded supplies, and they went. They didn't ask questions. They didn't say, well, where can I meet up at what route? Wait for the route to be posted. Figure out what you're doing. Load your trucks, load your cars, and let's do this, guys. I know they were having a problem saying that they didn't want to go to Washington because it's all barricaded up. Who cares? Block the streets. Surround them. Strength is in numbers. You have to remember that. I know so many people that have preached that. You guys got to listen. We are trying to save this country and this state. That is a big job to do. Big, huge. Especially my seat. It's not even my seat. It's the people's seat. Especially the U.S. Senate seat. That's a high seat. That's a high office. And this is why I went after that seat. Not only is Tammy Duckworth not doing anything other than just wanting to put Asians in LGBTQ, which I have no problem. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, this is my stance on that. I'm going to make this very clear. I do not care who you want to be as a person. That is your choice. I have friends. One of the guys on here that was just on here earlier, his daughter, and I'm not going to bring out names or whatever, but I have no problem. You want to be whatever you want to be. Whatever you think you were meant to be. I'm not against that. I'm not. Now, I am against guys thinking they're girls or identifying as girls and being in the Olympics and taking away from people that have worked their whole lives to get to the score that they've gotten to where they can compete. I am against that. I am against my daughter's being in a bathroom with a guy coming in and he has a different part than she did. That I'm against. And I know I'm going back and forth a little bit about things, but you know what? Bottom line is, guys, we got to stop the hate. We have to stop the hate. Because from the outside looking in, even though I'm in the middle of the political arena right now, from the outside looking in, I see what they're doing. I see what these extremists, I'm not even going to call them Democrats because some Democrats don't agree with what they're doing. The extremists, what they're doing is tearing us apart from the inside out, and we're going along with it. Stop bashing your own party. Stop living hate. Stop ending friendships because of the side of the fence you're on. Why? Why are we doing that? Some of the simplest things, when I'm on the outside looking in and watching this happen, I've spoken to several people. Man, we've been friends with our neighbors for 30 years and now we don't talk. Why? Because one person likes Trump and one likes Biden. Who cares? If we as Republicans stand for my body, my choice, your decision on who you like, what you like, where you like, then that applies across the board, guys. It's not conditional. It really is not conditional. I've been on here for 30 minutes. I know people got stuff to do. They got kids to get to school if they're not already there. I understand that. So I'm going to leave you with your Monday. But you need to think. And you need to think hard. If every individual, and I mean everybody, sat down and said, wait a minute, what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we tearing our own country apart? Or are we standing together? Canada's standing together. Let me tell you, they're not moving, they're not budging. Canada went into a state of emergency because they will not budge. Good for them. When's America not going to budge? When's Illinois not going to budge, guys? You don't like what Pritzker's doing. You don't like what Fox is doing. You don't like what Lightfoot's doing. You don't like the fact that our police are being handcuffed, literally, because they can't do their job. You don't like it, so what? So do something. Be involved. Help these candidates get on the ballot. You don't agree with me or my views? Okay, go vote who you want to vote for. But give me a chance to get on the ballot to fight, because guess what? The people deserve a choice. They don't deserve for one person to be on the ballot. I don't care what race it is. I don't care if it's U.S. Senate, governor, or whatever. Everybody deserves, sorry guys, everybody deserves the chance to fight. Isn't that what our country stands for? I'm confused because even in school back in the day, you know, when school was school, when parents could be a parent room teacher and bring cupcakes for the kids. And yeah, you remember those days? That's when I was taught. Do something. Haven't you had enough of the hate and the division? Do something. All right, guys, that's my banter for this morning, I guess. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate all the comments. It's awesome. Definitely appreciate the support on Super Bowl Sunday, guys. Let me pull it up. I'm going to give myself a blast because apparently some people don't see my post. So we're going to go here and we're going to go to events. I don't have it memorized. I got so much on my mind. But that's okay. So Sunday from 4 to 9 p.m., the Blue Grouch Pub in Springfield, Illinois. Be there. Wear your jersey team. They don't got to be playing. Come in your jeans and it's not a dressed up event. It's to kick back and have some fun. You remember what fun was, right, guys? You remember when we could all just hang out? No masks, no restrictions, no nothing. We could just hang out, watch a good game together, kick back a couple policies, find out what I'm about as a candidate, see where I stand on issues. But overall, laugh, converse. I said conversate, converse. That is a day for us to be us. I'm not going to stand here and just preach. I'm going to exercise what I'm saying. It's like we've forgotten how to have fun, how to be around each other and just kick back and laugh. Instead, we're standing on street corners with signs, fighting for freedoms that we already have. All right. I'm really out of here. Y'all have a good day. I hope everybody's Monday's okay. If anybody needs me, 90% have my cell number or have me on Facebook, message me. Got any questions? I'm always here. Always. You want to talk? I'll give you my number. I don't mind. That's what I'm here for. God bless you. Have a great night or great morning. Sorry. You too. You have a super day.